Good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke has our reports tonight from the sidelines. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Green?
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
This was a good matchup for them last season. They came out on top in each of the two games they played against them.
Now here's Stockton. Passes to Korver. Back to Stockton. Horford with a screen on Price. Here's Korver for three. A rebound by the Spurs. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Spurs working the ball around now. And Leonard gets it to go.
A big play to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way.
There's a good screen. Stockton passes to the Cobra. Feeds it to Korver. Now the pass to the Cobra. Cans the shot from the wing. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Back to Walton. The dish to Green. It's picked off. Pass to the Cobra. It's stolen by Green. Green left side. There's the steal. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. The Cobra passes to Stockton. Korver kicks to Millsap. Lets it go from the wing. Good as the jump shot falls. And San Antonio has possession. Price with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
He was exquisite in that game, Kevin. It wasn't just the scoring, it was the passing, too. And his teammates, you could tell, were just really enjoying playing with him.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he said their focus has to be on the defensive end of the floor, going up against a team that's so crafty offensively. He said we can't have that many lapses because they will take advantage. Guys, we'll see how they do. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters in the floor tonight.
And they really are great, Kevin. I mean, they pose some matchup nightmares over there.
Which is exactly why the coach harped on that to his guys, fellas. I mean, they need to be ready to challenge every jump shot. These guys just shoot it too well.
And the Hawks with possession here after the missed 3 from Green. Here's Horford. Soft touch off the glass. Horford's got his first basket of the night.
4 or 5 shots. Drop for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. No good from Price.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Millsap. Some solid defense there from Thiago Splitter. Spurs trail by 5. He dishes it to Price, looking to end the drought. Rejected by Stockton. The Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Millsap a screen on Leonard. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Price leading the way. Kicks it to Leonard. Splitter, that's good. Splitter's got his first points of the game.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
The shot's good from the Cobra.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Walton dishes to Green. He feeds it to Price. 6 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Green takes a 3. Millsap grabs the miss.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And that's the only way to stop him, Clark. To be all over him with a hand in his face. Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, the Cobra in at point guard. Horford is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's smooth in at the shooting guard position. Here's the Cobra. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. 6 on the shot clock. One-on-one fast break. And Bellinelli kicks to Leonard. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Korver. And here's Atlanta. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Also, he was talking about last year, as strong as they are, a lot of matchups are friendly for him, I think.
Yeah, those two games really illustrated the difference between a good team and a great team. For the good team to win, everything has to go right for them, which didn't happen.
The Hawks making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Spurs trail by 10. And DeColo kicks to Splitter. Pass to Green. And there's the feed to Leonard. On the wing, Rockets hits, gets it to go. Leonard's got 5 points so far. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And Kevin, they overcame a very poor shooting night to win that game. You're not going to be able to win very often with a percentage as low as theirs.
Yeah, no beauty or style points in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed to.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Now, here's Green. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's DeColo. He's covered by Stockton. Green, no luck.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Wizards really lit it up on the floor. He ended with 22 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. It was a matchup that he took over, and he seemed to be able to do whatever he wanted out there. We'll see if he can sustain it, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
And let's just say he was really good. You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Collison, the pass to Splitter. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Splitter's got a second bucket tonight.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And Al Horford again. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Now Price. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside Leonard. Back to Price. Rejected by Stockton. Fast break for Hawks. Up the floor. The shot's good from the Cobra. The Cobra's got 14 points for the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Now, they've done a really good job of getting their hands into passing lanes and coming away with some steals in the early going.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this game.
Well, this is a club that has hit about 80% of its... free throws during the season. Very impressive number.
Here's Smooth. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we wrap up the first half. Hawks lead by 12. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Live from 2K Sports, it's the Monday night edition of the Halftime Report. For the Atlanta Hawks, they have the lead against San Antonio. A young NBA season. They're looking to climb over 500 with a win here. The Cobra's been putting on a clinic in this one against San Antonio. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. Now for the Spurs, not looking as good so far. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Not a great game so far out of Mark Price. An abysmal field goal percentage. The shot not cooperating. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. We're seeing a tremendous... this game here from the Cobra.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Walton is out there with Splitter, and it's Price in at the point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Well, you knew with no Joe Johnson in Atlanta anymore, there'd be extra shots to go around. Al Horford got a few of them, and with Johnson's departure, it's one of the reasons he had more field goal attempts than in any season of his career.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Steve, you talked about Horford. Scoring last season. He's upping his scoring rate. Clark over 17 points a game.
I really liked his efficiency, Kevin. Remained efficient even as he added to his point totals. He continues to be a very underrated jump shooter. Is a more physical player than he gets credit for being, and that mid-range stroke of his is something that is as good as anybody's in the league for his size. Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, last year, Greg Popovich received a $250,000 fine from the league for sitting out his starters in that game against Miami. They cracked down, but it wasn't the first time he'd rested his top players on a back-to-back. Pop explained the philosophy this way, saying, quote, "We're making a wiser decision and not a macho decision. It's about health and safety of players so that we have a shot at the end of the year. If I was taking my son or daughter to the game, I'd be disappointed. So I understand that perspective. Hopefully, they'll understand my perspective. My priority is the basketball team and what is best for it. Guys, it's always a balancing act."
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. Shot clock at 6. Walton dishes to Price. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in it. Gets the bucket. Korver's got 5 now. And back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Leonard, running from the wing. 7 points in the game. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. And you look at the Cobra, a great player, 2nd in the league.
Some remarkable shooters in that group, guys. And you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent, patient players.
Precisely. I mean, when you watch any of them, nothing's forced. I mean, it's good, smart shot selection, simple basketball. But that being said, don't take anything away from their natural ability to flat out bury that jumper. They can do that too.
Price with a screen on Horford. Green kicks to Price. Gets him to go.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Stockton outside. He passes to Corver. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap with it. Now guarded by Bill Walton. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Tumbo is checked in for Atlanta. Brand comes in for Paul Millsap. Spurs trail by 15. He kicks to Splitter. Dishes to Green. Pass to Mills. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Mills. From downtown. And it's good. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, Kawhi Leonard taken 15th overall in the 2011 draft. And believe it or not, he's the Spurs' highest drafted rookie since they took Tim Duncan, #1 overall back in '97. It just shows you the legacy of the Spurs' success over the years.
Green passes to Mills. Here's Skinny. And it's off the back rim. No good. And going back to Kawhi Leonard, he earned minutes in Coach Popovich's rotation from the first game on.
And part of the reason he did, he's got great versatility defensively primarily, but he's a quick learner, quick study, understands things, doesn't take long to pick things up. And when you're a first-year player, that can separate you from a lot of guys and get you in the rotation, especially with a veteran team like the Spurs.
Smooth's checked in for Atlanta. Here is Skinny, defended by Smooth. Fires from 14. No good off the front iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Cool hands. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Coach Popovich was fine last season for sitting out his top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
And the Hawks making a change here. Scott's checked in. There's the pass to Cool Hands. Here's the Cobra. 1:33 left in the third. Pass to Cool Hands. Puts up the baby hook. You know what? Nice defense from Thiago Splitter. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Bellinelli. There's the dish to Mills. Mills gets the screen from Splitter. Passes it to Skinny. No one near him. And the shot is good. Skinny's got his first 2 points of the night. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
For the Hawks, Corver comes in for Mike Scott, and it's Schroeder in for Cool Hands. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mills gets the screen from Walton. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brand. The 3 from Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Here's Schroeder. Here's the Cobra. Got it off in time, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double.
On tap this Wednesday, December 4th, the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Live from Atlanta, hoops action.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Schroeder is out there with the Cobra, and it's Korver in at the free spot. Both free throws good from the Cobra.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
The Hawks leading by 14. Schroeder kicks to Korver. And the pass to the Cobra. He dishes it to Korver. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Well, you know what they say, lose track of your man, and you'll find him at the rim. Well, you'll actually find this guy in the corner.
Yeah, you said it, more than found of those corner triples, isn't he? Hey, it's a high percentage shot. It's the shortest of the three-point shots you can take, and he's not the only one that likes it.
Splitter guarded by Horford. Shot from 16. That is good.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The three from Korver. They get it back. Horford dishes to Millsap. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Green against Stockton. Green kicks to Price. Millsap with the steal. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Walton with the steal. 3-on-3. Green, the pass to Splitter. Green with the ball. Picked up by Stockton. Price dishes to Walton. Gets it to go.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
The Hawks leading by 17. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Some good matchups. And I'll tell you, the one I had my eye on is the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a good matchup. Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Outside Millsap. He passes to the Cobra. Kicks to Stockton. He wants to get to Millsap and does. And Walton sends it back, but he stays with it. Millsap misses.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
And still fighting for the win. Offensive rebound. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. That one is off. And despite the fact they've been beaten on the boards, this one is still close.
Kevin, they're still in it.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. The Hawks leading by 14. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Leonard brings the double team, lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
The Cobra passes to Horford. Nice D from Thiago Splitter. Spurs trail by 12. Price gets to Green. Fires from 14, and he connects with the jumper. Atlanta calls timeout. They're in front by 10. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. No shot.
They ran that inbound play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Price dishes to Splitter. Green against Stockton. Outside, Green. Walton, the pass to Splitter. Just 5 on the clock. Price outside. And there's the rejection.
Boy, they've really won the battle of the boards in this one, Kevin.
Millsap up top, defended by Splitter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And you're right, their ability to get the rebound, a big help here.
Always a big help, and because of that effort, they're going to win going away. You know, I love watching a guy like Paul Millsap play because he's so efficient in his movement, and he's crafty. He's able to score big numbers on guys much bigger than him.
That one is no good. And Millsap, not quite 6'8", but he's got everything else. Motor, skill level, and Steve IQ for the game.
Yeah, very well-rounded. And his wingspan really helps defensively. You know, he's led all power forwards in steals each of the last 3 seasons, so he really does a nice job defensively.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. And he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Stockton against Green. Stockton passes to the Cobra. Millsap a screen. Back to Stockton. Horford. Second chance effort. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. And the Hawks lead by 12.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. There's the pick. Pass to Smooth. Here's Schroeder. Clock at 6. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot gives you such good spacing offensively.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this present.
I wonder if I take you there. Would you believe in fairy tales? Oh, a place where no one feels the pain, living without suffering. words are paved by loving hands. And I
One complaint about your game tonight is that you weren't taking care of the ball. Why so many turnovers?
I think there were a few times when I was just pushing a little too hard out there, maybe. Sometimes I want to win so badly that I get ahead of myself. Coach talked to me afterwards, and he always does a good job of reining me in. I just got to focus more on the task at hand next game and not get so worried about what might happen later on.